Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for Game 2 here between ICC and Snead. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs getting set to bring you this action. Brad, ICC picked up a 2-0 win there in Game 1 against a very high-scoring offense. Ben Davis, our Samstown Market, started the game with 10 strikeouts. So you know that Snead's looking to rebound here and get that offense rolling here in Game 2. It'll be Wicker getting the start for Indians on the mound here in Game 1.
Yeah, Wicker being a freshman pitcher, he does have one appearance on the year, and he has 3 innings pitched to his credit at this point, giving up 4 hits on 3 runs. He does have 1 base on ball, 4 Ks, and 1.67, 9 ERA. I apologize.
So that is the stats being brought to you by Little Caesars here in Fulton as we're getting ready for this Guaranty Bank opening pitch here in Game 2 from Wicker. And it's fouled back, and it comes your way at 3:08.
Wow.
Let's see if I happen to catch that on the instant replay here.
Didn't expect that quick,
did
you?
not. I was looking down at the time here, so we're going to have to try to let this one run a minute here. That could be our Water Play Wednesday here, and I'm sorry we're going to miss this next at bat as this one's popped up. Does he stay in frame? Yes, he does. Oh, my goodness, what a play.
Yeah, there's a little flare on that first pitch just by Fisher Moss there. And, of course, Jarrett Morris able to come up and make another outstanding play there at third, diving catch there for the first out.
So that's just one of those, if you're the batter in Moss, you look at the third baseman, tip your cap, and say, please don't do that again.
Yeah, exactly. So great play there. And got 1-1 count here as Luke McNeil, the left fielder for Snead State, is up at the plate.
McNeil, as you talked about, the left fielder, pops this one up. And McRae will step underneath that one for the out.
That'd be, I think it's actually Sotomayor this game. So, but quickly 2 outs in the first inning here. So quick work by Ty Wicker and staff, and this will bring up Alex Johnson, who is the third baseman.
Johnson was a tough out there in game one. He had 3 hits as he takes that first pitch for a ball. That one missing outside. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, that one just off the plate right there, but good eye by Johnson.
We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola starting lineups for both squads in the exchange of the inning here. As that pitch finds the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Well, Wicker getting the start here in game 2. The Indians kind of mixing up the rotation. As there's a grounder right back to the pitcher. Finds it. We'll toss it over for the out. And a 3-up, 3-down inning there to start things off here in game 2. And Dr. Boggs, we'll give you the mic and let you talk about today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And let's start with the visiting Parsons of Snead State.
Okay, and as we saw, of course, we already had the Fisher Moss leadoff batter there in right field. Number 2 hitter, Luke McNeil, as we saw, in left field. Alex Johnson follows him up, and he's just the one who just now grounded out to our pitcher, Wicker. He's playing third today. Have Trey Higgins in center, following him up. And number 5 batter will be Ty Sanderson, who will be doing the work behind the plate. Following Ty, you'll have Jack Hayes at first. Then you have Ben Pierman, who will be the DH today. Batting in the number 8 slot will be Braden Moore at second. And then in the 9 slot, we'll have Brooks Parkerson at short. And, of course, as we mentioned, no, we did not, excuse me, but pitching on the mound for Snead State will be Brady Gillespie.
And that is your starting lineups there for Snead. And now let's take a look at this afternoon's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for ICC. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Collier hopes he has that same winning combination put together here in game 2 like he did in game 1.
So leading off will be number 2, Jackson Lee. He's playing center field. Second will be Jackson Settlemyers in right field. Batting in the 3rd spot will be Bo Rock at first. Cleanup will be Stone Collier and be doing the DHing duties in the 2nd game here today. 5th batter will be Jarrett Morris. He's playing third, as we mentioned, with that great play. 6th is Jude Treadaway. It's playing second base. Then you have Brock Ware coming in to do the catching duties for the 2nd game. Number 8 batter will be Kalen Powell. He'll be playing left. And the 9th batter will be Tyler Yearwood at short. And again, we got Ty Wicker pitching on the mound today.
That first pitch in there for a strike, as this is Gillespie on the hill for the Parsons. Gillespie 3-1 on the year. He's pitched 9 in the 3rd innings, as this pitch is a flare out to left, and the left fielder will reel that one in to retire Lee. We'll go ahead and finish those stats on Gillespie. He's given up 9 hits, 9 runs. 4 of those were earned. He's walked 8, struck out 11, and he has a 3.86 ERA. And so with 1 out now, this will bring up Settlemyers to the plate. And boy, he took a healthy chop at that one, Brad.
Yeah, good pitch right there, of course. And we don't know if we mentioned or not, or didn't know that we had time. Brady Gillespie, I know you were calling out his stats. He is a lefty on the mound. And so that pitch, the first one there by Settlemyers, it caught the outside part of the plate and swung through it. That pitch right there was ball 1, so it's a 1-1 count here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st.
So Settlemyers listen to that pitch. It falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye right there by Settlemyers. Got to be patient. Again, Indians want to put some offense on the board if we can as quickly as possible, and that's a good way to do it. Is Settlemyers turns on that pitch inside part of the plate, lines it to left field, and that'll be a single for Settlemyers.
A good hard hit there. As we said, a little wild swing on that first one, come up empty, but settled down, was able to pull that one to left.
Number 17, Bo Rock.
And now this will bring Bo Rock to the plate. Bo batting in that 3 spot, typically in that 4 spot, so had a few guys slide up the lineup here, so Bo will dig in with 1 out and 1 on, and a beautiful pitch there for a strike.
Yeah, and then good to hold off right there for Bo. I mean, again, this is the first time you're seeing this pitcher. That was a great breaking pitch right there, so again, I agree, Bo, hold off on that one and get some looks here.
This one fouled right back into your living room and hits the microphone down there. And a few fans kind of scattering below us. 0-2 now is the count here on Bo Rock. This is Gillespie on the heel. 0-2 is the count. Runner at first. Don't imagine the Indians would get much of a lead today with the lefty as that pitch outside. Not a bad spot to miss. And the ball gets away, but luckily the second baseman will wait to back up his pitcher there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch at all. Looked like it had some movement on it, like a little slider per se, but just did not catch the outside part of the plate. So great eye by Bo. Runs that count to 1-2 here.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Gillespie. Instead, it's going to toss it over to first. There is a tag, but not in time. Actually tagged him upside the head, so.
Yeah, got to be careful here. And, again, we haven't seen this pitcher's move to first, and so don't get caught leaning. Again, we don't want to get that out at first right there. We want to keep that runner on base if we can here with one out, so got to be careful.
So now waiting the 1-2 offering here from Gillespie. Rock at the plate. That one gets away, and the runner will be able to advance on the wild pitch.
Yeah, that one got by the catcher right there. The pitcher has a pretty good slide step in his delivery, and so I was going to say it's going to be a little hard with this left-hander up and the slide step for the Indians to steal any bases, but with that wild pitch right there, the pass ball, my apologies.
Yes.
We were able to advance to second.
So it was a pass ball there. 2-2 now is the count with the runner in scoring position with one out. This pitch popped back and out of play. We'll stay at 2-2. Nice job finding a piece of that one.
Yeah, good job by Bo right there. Get the bat out there, put the bat on the ball, just get a piece of it, and still come back and wait on that pitch that you can drive. RBI opportunity here for Bo with a runner at second, and that is Settlemeyer's there too, so got a little speed behind it.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here after that foul ball. Runner at second with one out, no score.
Good eye.
That pitch just drifting outside, as you said, Brad. Good eye there. That's another one that's tough to lay off on there, especially as a left-handed batter there trying to get one to hang up over the plate, see if he could drive it. 3-2 pitch, and they lost him. Good at bat there by Bo.
Yeah, good job right there. Not, again, seeing a lot of pitches, and that's what he was being patient at the plate. That's what you want here early. And so ICC so far doing a great job of here having some quality at bats. And again, that'll bring up the DH today, Stone Collier.
So Collier will dig in here with runners on first and second. One out. We're in the bottom of the first inning here. Collier swings on this first pitch he sees, and it's only going to be one play, and it's going to be two first. Works as a sacrifice bunt, 1-3 on the putout. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it does. You're exactly right. It works the same. I don't know that that's the intention the Indians had, but it does work the same. But Stone was just well out in front of that pitch. He was so out in front of that pitch and swinging, he barely got a piece of it. It was like the end of the bat got it. So it just got to work on his timing on this pitcher up here. But it did advance the runners to second and third, 2 outs.
Morris swings on the first pitch he sees. This one popped back and out of play for strike one. Well, the Indians with runners on second and third. 2 outs here. Morris at the plate. He has been outstanding defensively for the Indians early this season. Made a great diving play for the first out of the game to start this one. There's a hard hit ball up the middle, and the shortstop finds it. Throw across the way, and not in time.
That's going to score a run, too, Adam.
Brad, you call that E6?
I do.
So an error on the play.
Now batting number 23.
And that will score the run for the Indians.
Yeah, that throw, again, it could have been made. I think the throw could have been made cleanly right there over, and just threw it in the dirt. First baseman wasn't able to dig it out, so that's going to be an error.
So first error of the game there. First error of the day, actually. Has that pitch in there for a strike.
That brings up Treadway.
Yeah, Treadway. 0-1 is the count here on Treadway.
Got a first and third situation here. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of activity on that because you got 2 outs. But pitcher throwing over to first just to kind of see if the Indians are anticipating any activity. But right now they're not showing any type of activity.
He also threw that one a little low, so want to be careful with that one. If it gets away, it's a 2-0 ball game. So Treadway at the plate. It's an 0-1 count.
Good pitch.
Beautiful pitch in there for strike two.
He's got a good breaking pitch right there. The Indians, again, got to kind of keep an eye on that. Here your first round through, as I call it, your first rotation in the lineup, seeing this pitcher, seeing Gillespie. And so that way they'll have a better eye on it at their next at bat.
So 0-2 is the count here to Treadway. And that pitch just missing outside. I tell you what, he keeps working that corner on the 0-2 count. If he keeps working it that tight, eventually the umpire, you would think, would open it up a little bit more over there.
Yeah, that was a great 0-2 pitch. So, again, placed it perfectly on the outside, just off the plate, though.
This one fouled back. We'll stay at 1-2 with 2 away. ICC leading 1-0 after Morris reached on an error that allowed Settlemeyers to score. If you're just now joining us, ICC won the first game of the day, 2-0.
Yeah, Indians got to work on their timing here a little bit at the plate. A little off kilter with their timing with Gillespie here, and that's what the pitcher wants to do, is get you off kilter with your timing. So Indians got to work on that as that one's fouled off to out in the foul territory down the left field there. So that's still strike 2. Got a 1-2 count, 2 outs. But again, we're down to, this is still Treadway at the plate.
So Treadway trying to find a way to win the battle here. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs, runners on the corners here for the Indians. They lead at 1-0. And there's strike 3. We said it. Eventually the umpire was going to give that corner, and that was a good-looking pitch there for the Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning. 1-0 ICC with the lead. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the second inning. ICC able to scratch across a run there in the first when Morris reached on a 2-out error that allowed Settlemeyers to score. 1-0 is the lead here. Wicker still on the hill for the Indians. Brad, absolute beautiful day for baseball. And, of course, inching closer to the start of conference play here in baseball. Basketball almost wrapping up. That'll be our next broadcast when we host somebody Monday night. I forget who it is. I know it's not Colin. That's the last home game of the year.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I'm sitting there trying to remember, but I knew we had a home game Monday night, and I think that's the only home one we got next week.
As that pitch finds the corner for a strike. The next baseball game will be Wednesday. The baseball team will head to Northwest. They will play Northeast and Northwest.
They won't be playing Wednesday.
Brad's calling for a rainout. This is a high fly ball, and we'll reel that one in for Higgins. Out number 1.
Powell, great job out there. Yeah, everything I've looked at, and again, I'm not a meteorologist, nor am I trying to be one, but thus far, now again, weather does change, as we know, but they're calling for storms on Wednesday. And
so probably not going to get that one in, you say?
They're giving still a 75% chance of thunderstorms.
That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Well, it's that time of year.
It is. No, you're exactly right. And with the temperatures being as warm, they're supposed to warm back up. I mean, we're getting up in the 70s tomorrow as that is taken for a ball right there. But we're going to get back up in the 70s tomorrow. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I saw where we may even reach low 80s Monday or so.
As there's a hard-hit ground ball, second baseman will get it, reel it over, and throw it out for out number 2. And, of course, on a day like that, we'll have an indoor sports going on instead of an outdoor sport.
Absolutely.
Well, it is alumni night.
Number 23, Hayes.
Monday night for former basketball players, coaches, and alike to come out to basketball. Really wish I could remember who we played.
I was going to look that up.
It is on my phone. Yeah, I'll let you look that one up.
Yeah, I was going to look that up while you were.
0-1 is the count here, as that was Sanderson, the previous batter. This is Hayes now. Stands in and takes that one high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. For some reason, East Central is jumping out at me, but I think that's just because we play them soon in baseball.
Well, I just like that we're showing our age here on the air.
2-1 now is the count.
I being older than you, by the way.
By a day or two, maybe.
Let's see. I've got us playing Northwest.
Wow, I was way off.
Monday night at home. And, of course, usual start time there will be 5:30 for the ladies. And then hopefully around 7:30 that's ball 4 right there. And so Jack Hayes reaches first there with 2 outs.
And this will bring the DH Pierman to the plate. So mystery solved. We'll play Northwest Monday night. And basketball, as Brad mentioned, 5:30, 7:30. You can join us for the Davis Ford pregame show starting around 5:10 as Jim Ingram will join me on the call.
Brother Jim.
Or I hope he does anyway. Never know. Jim's a wild card.
He's just a wild guy all the way around.
So that first pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Pierman. That one just up. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, and of course, going back to basketball, 4 games is what I've got left in regular season here for the Indians. As that one's a swing through for strike 1 there, 2-1 count here on Pierman. But Indians will finish up March the 7th at East Mississippi.
2-1 pitch missing high for a ball. Of course, they finish up with Colin, and that's going to be sophomore night. We'll also honor Coach Grant Pate that evening for his final regular season game there as the Indians head coach. That pitch swung on a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, great pitch right there. Took something off of that. Kind of a change up there by Wicker. So got him a 3-2 count right here. Got him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. Before we do that, let's hear from Coke and be back with more right after this. And welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the second inning for ICC. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Ware, Powell, and Yearwood. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs bringing this action this afternoon here on the ICC Sports Network. We do welcome those members of the ICC family tuned in this afternoon. And do want to say a special hello to those that are cheering on the Parsons as that pitch in there for a strike. This is Ware at the plate, a third-generation Indian.
Ooh.
And he takes a chop at that one, deep right field, going back. See you later.
He had some good bat on that one right there quickly and turned on that. There's not a breeze blowing right now, Gore.
That was gone.
Yeah. When he hit it, he really had solid contact, so good leadoff home run for the Indians. Puts now the Indians up 2-0.
Big time shot there. I was just about to mention he's a third generation Indian. His brother was a member of the baseball team. His sister a member of the softball team, and she's actually playing today at Christian Brothers. So the parents having to pick and choose. So if they're not here today, hopefully they're able to see that home run there as the Indians now go up 2-0. As that one was off the bat, and it was a no-doubter, Brad.
Yeah, definitely. Hit that one very well. Good, solid contact, and a lefty versus lefty situation there, too. So, excellent job by Ware to go ahead and get the Indians another run on the board here in the bottom of the second.
There's a hard hit ball, and that's going to get through for another base hit.
Yeah, that one's hit, placed perfectly right there in between third and short. Shortstop over there, Parkerson for Snead State made a diving stab at it, but was unable to snag it. Kind of knocked it down a little, but still could not get to it. So excellent hit right there. Still no outs here now in the bottom of the second for the Indians.
That was the third hit of the game for the Indians, and now this is Yearwood. Runner goes, throw down is in time. Yep, no doubt on that one. As you can tell, that was one of those they tried to maybe have a little hit and run action going, as Yearwood took a vicious chop at that first pitch, just came up empty. And so 0-1 is the count with one out. And that pitch finds the corner.
He's going to call that corner, Adam, I believe. And it's close. And, again, of course, Gillespie's doing a great job of hitting that corner and placing it out there. So they're going to have to watch that corner. Ooh,
beautiful breaking pitch there, yes. That was one of those, that thing was so nasty. You got to write it a citation for not using a blinker it turned so much. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Gillespie, and that was just a nice, that was just three nice pitches, Brad.
Yeah, a great job there by Gillespie to rebound after that leadoff home run by Ware to come back and throw another strike right there. Again, that breaking pitch, and we've been talking about it since he started the game in the first inning here. That's his bread and butter right now, and it has had the Indians off guard here. As that one's in the dirt, it's going to be ball one right there. And so, again, we're back at the top of the lineup to Jackson Lee.
Yeah, he's got about a 2-7 type break on the pitch, but he's able to locate it well across the strike zone. There's going to be a hit to the shortstop. Eats it up, throws it across the way, and nice stretch over there at first to reel that one in for the putout, 6-3. But the Indians do add another run on the board on a solo home run by Ware to start the inning. 2-0 ICC with the lead after two. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back as we head to the top of the third inning. ICC leading this one 2-0. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for Snead. Moore, Parkerson, and Moss scheduled up here for the Parsons. ICC leads it 2-0 after a solo home run by Ware, and that's going to be a hit by pitch to Moore.
Yeah, not the most ideal way to start an inning right there, especially with a 2-run lead there. But, again, so hit by pitch Moore. He does reach first. No outs, and that does bring up Parkerson.
So Parkerson will dig in here. As Brad mentioned, no outs and a runner on first. We're in the top of the third, game two between ICC and Snead State. Shows bunt, lays it down, only one option, and that's going to be the first, and it's in time. Beautiful sacrifice bunt there by Parkerson. 1-3 on the putout, does advance the runner to second. We'll flip it back to the top of the lineup here with Moss coming to the dish. Well, Moss was the victim of one of the best defensive plays you're going to see this season as he popped one up, and a great diving effort by Morris at third was able to get that out. But he now digs in with a runner in scoring position in a 2-0 game. That pitch across for a strike. First game of the day, ICC won by the final score of 2-0. So this is Moss at the plate. Wicker on the heel here for the Indians.
Ooh.
And that one just a bit high.
Yeah, high and tight on the inside. Looking at some, spring training has started, and looking at some scores here. It is spring training.
Don't do it. I know what you're going to do.
Well, hold on. I'm going to get you one first.
All right.
The Yankees are beating the Tigers 22-6 right now.
Okay.
Good game to be watching.
So the Tigers missed the extra point, apparently.
Apparently so. And but just so you know, the Twins did beat the Pirates 5-3.
Knew you would do that to me. 2-1 now is the count. Speaking of that, though, Kyle Krieger was here throwing out a pitch earlier. He's going to be pitching on Tuesday. As there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. He'll be going up against the Mets Tuesday, so we'll try to keep an eye on that one for Kyle. Good to have him and Jackson back home.
Absolutely.
Throwing out those first pitches, and he's heading down to report on Tuesday as well, I believe. As that pitch just missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Yeah, anytime you bring up the Pirates or the Pistons, I already know where you're going with that. I'm just glad you don't do basketball with me. You would have loved the fact that the Pistons started this season 2-0 and then lost 23 in a row.
23 in a row, that's right. Oh,
that
Lord.
Pitch fouled out of play. 3-2 now is the count. Runner at second. There is one out after Parkinson's sacrifice bunt. This is Moss at the plate here. 2-0 ICC, leading here in the top of the third. Wicker taking his time, checks the runner. There's going to be a liner that gets past the second baseman. We'll see if they're going to try to score the run. They're going to send him, and he's going to be cut off, and that will make it a 2-1 contest. Well, a nice piece of hitting there for Moss. And that time, Moore cashes in on being hit by a pitch. And it's now 2-1 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, those come back to bite you, and that's what happened right there when walked that batter there and hit by pitch, which he was the first one of the inning, and he ends up scoring. And so 2-1 game now, and that's the first run of the day for Snead State.
So runner at first, still one out, and this is going to be McNeil at the plate. He flew out to center. Runner goes, a little hit and run action, perfectly drawn up there as the runner's going to go from first to third. And a nice job, good piece of hitting by the Parsons, back-to-back singles, and now they've got runners on the corners and the tying run at third.
Yeah, hit it perfectly right there because you had the second baseman on the move right there. It got through the hole, and that's how Moss was able to advance to third. Now you have McNeil on first and third situation. Drives the first pitch to center, going back, you're going to get it.
And that'll be a sacrifice fly that will score the run.
It's going to tie it up.
We've got a tie contest, as you mentioned there, so good piece of hitting. And Brad, you're starting to see why this Parsons squad can really put a lot of runs on the board in a hurry. There's that 2 runs just all of a sudden in the blink of an eye. We're tied at 2. So now this will be Higgins coming to the plate. 2 away. Higgins flew out to left in his only at bat. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, runner at first now. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Higgins digging in, waiting the pitch. Rips that one and is past the diving first baseman. The hits keep coming here, and they're going to send the runner from first to third again.
Yeah, I got a first and third situation again as Higgins did a great job of turning on that pitch and getting it out into right field. Clean single there, and so moved the runner up, and they have another runner in scoring position with 2 outs, and a lot of this work being done with 2 outs.
Indians do have somebody up in the bullpen getting loose now, as this will be Sanderson, the catcher, coming to the dish. Takes that first pitch, high for a ball.
SEC action, High Point at Ole Miss. Of course, they took that first game yesterday. High Point did. They do not start till 5 o'clock tonight. So those waiting on the Rebs as that pitch is high right there for ball 2.
2-0 the count now. I don't even know where High Point is.
I don't either, but I don't think it's close to West Point. If that helps you.
No, I don't think so. As there's time taken here
But you do have Georgia Southern at State, and they have started. They're in the top of the 5th. Georgia Southern pouring it to them today. 11-1. State picked up the victory yesterday in the first game of the weekend match, but Georgia Southern pouring it to them, an 11-1 match here.
Baseball's such a funny game.
It is.
I mean, you can go out there and win one 11-1, then come back and lose the next one 11-0, and just you're in a no-win situation right now if you're the head coach, Bianco or Lamonis. And either one of those, you lose a game, they want to fire you, win a game, and they want to build a statue of you right now. So
yeah, and it's kind of been that way. And of course, they set the bar high. Obviously, both of them winning were national championships for the Rebels and the Bulldogs. So the fans expect it. State having a long tradition of winning baseball in Starkville, Mississippi, and Ole Miss when Bianco come in. He's been there
a while,
a long time. Has done the same with Ole Miss in Oxford.
That pitch in there for a strike, whatever Coach McCrory said to Wicker, he might need to write that one down. Is this now 2-1?
Exactly, yeah, 2-1 count here. Again, got runners at first and third.
Big swing and a miss there for strike two. 2-2 now is the count. It's a 2-2 ball game here in the top of the third.
Got to try to battle out of this if you tie Wicker right now and get in the dugout and put some hits together.
This is Sanderson at the plate. He's going to foul this one off and keep the at-bat alive here. As the count will stay 2-2.
Yeah, runner went on that pitch right there at first. He did go with a 2-2 count.
So Wicker will dig in here, trying to find the exit. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. This one popped up. Right fielder's having to charge in and will make the play. A heck of a play out there as he had a long run to come in and reel that one in. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Brand new ball game as we head to the bottom of the third. 2-2 is the score. We'll take the timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back.
Batting for the Indians, number 29, Jackson
2,
Settlemyers.
3, 4 batters due up. Settlemyers, Rock, and Collier scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the third. It was 2 runs in the top half of the inning. An RBI single by Moss and a sacrifice fly by Johnson has tied us up here, as that's going to be a rip to start the inning. Second hit of the game there for Settlemyers.
Yeah, excellent job by Settlemyers sitting on that pitch right there. He's already kind of got a read, I think, on Gillespie, because he did basically the same, but not quite the same with his first at bat. But excellent job there. So lead-off single for the Indians. They need to produce a run out of this. They got a good opportunity.
Now this is Bo Rock, and that's a big-time breaking pitch that hangs up high for a ball.
Yeah, good job by Bo turning that shoulder. That's what he did. Got to roll that shoulder over and did that inside, ball 1.
There's a fastball, couldn't catch up with the high heat there. 1-1 is the count. Now this is somebody, that Gillespie does not want to hang one of those breaking pitches to.
No, you don't want to hang anything up on Bo at all. Good hitter around here, dangerous hitter at the plate for the Indians. That's catching that outside part of the plate right there, that corner, so that's a 1-2 count. That's one thing Gillespie, again, is doing, is painting that outside part of the plate for both sides, whether it's a right-handed or left-handed batter.
That's what's making that curve so effective as well. He's able to throw the fastball for strikes.
There it went.
And there it is, strike 3, and that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout there of Rock. That is going to be the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And Brad, if he don't have that fastball working the way he is for strikes, he's not able to throw that curveball as effectively there.
No, you're right. I mean, that was good pitch selection right there by Snead, State, and Gillespie, and that breaking pitch was just thrown at the right time. Right there's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Collier couldn't catch up with it, so strike 1. 0-1 count, 1 out, runner at first. That is Settlemyers.
Settlemyers started the inning with a single out to left. There's 1 out now, and Collier at the plate. And going to soft toss over to first, no tag applied. 2-2 is your score here in the bottom of the 3rd, game 2. ICC won the first game of the day 2-0. That pitch runs inside for a ball. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to allow the runner to advance.
Yeah, catcher was able to gain his composure, find it, just kind of lost it down there a little bit in the dirt a little, and so he was able to find it and locate that ball and kept Settlemyers from advancing.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runner at first. That time breaking pitch, and that one right straight back into your living room. 1-2 stays the count.
Yeah, foul back, good cut by Collier right there. Need to make contact right here, put the ball in play, force Snead State to make some decisions there, but we need to put the ball in play bad.
That pitch just missing. That's a tough one to hang off of there. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye right there by Collier to hold off on that pitch.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here from Gillespie. And that pitch hangs up high. Not a bad spot to miss, but it does force the count to go full, as he's been able to get the few strikeouts. The 3 strikeouts he's had today have been on pitches that the Indians have chased high out of the zone. So now the count goes full here, 3-2 to Collier. Runner at first with 1 out. 2-2 is the contest, bottom of the 3rd. Collier swings on this one. Right fielder going to have to run back and makes the leaping catch. What a play out there in right.
Yeah, excellent job right there in right. I thought Collier had it down at first when it was off the bat. I thought it was going to get in the gap. Actually, it kind of just tailed back over to the right fielder, and then he kind of made a leap and grab. But Collier did a good job of driving that pitch where it was placed. Left-handed pitcher, and again, kind of on the outside part. We're going to have a visit to the mound here, and he drove that pitch to right field out there. Just not enough to get it in the gap, so there's 2 outs.
Interesting time to come up and have a meeting here, unless it may be just a little confusion on the signs on a couple of pitches there. But Morris, who reached on an error his last time up, allowed a run to score for the Indians, as the score is 2-2 right now. We do want to remind you ICC's next home game is going to be on March the 5th. It'll actually be a triple header that day, as Coahoma and East Central will come to town. So you can make your day, just bring you a comfortable chair and find you a warm spot and enjoy a day of baseball. Of course, we'll have those games coming your way here on the ICC Sports Network. And we'll also, in case there is some people from Coahoma and East Central watching, we'll stream y'all's game as well when y'all play each other. But ICC, Coahoma, and East Central. That's one thing I like the league doing this year. They're not conference games, but they do have that midweek doubleheader where they do play each other in non-conference games. Like, we're supposed to go play Wednesday, but we're not, as Brad said, it's going to rain against Northeast and Northwest.
That's my prediction as of right now. According to what I'm seeing, that could change, but, good breaking pitch. He didn't call it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, that looked a good one there to Morris. Well, Brad, I'll be able to tell you probably either tomorrow or early Monday on how my legs feel if it's going to rain.
That's good chance. That's exactly right.
So that pitch hangs up high. 2-0 now is the count here to Morris.
Yeah, the pitcher, the mound visit right now has not done Gillespie done him any good at this point. So 2 balls, no strikes. Do have 2 outs, though.
Trying to find the exit here as this pitch paints the corner for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, not the pitch for your Morris that you want to swing at right there. If you are, you're going to have to drive that to right field. Excellent to hold off on that, especially throwing 2 balls there early. So 2-1 count.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here. That pitch is missing low for a ball. 3-1 now is the count from Gillespie.
Yeah, good patience on the end of Morris here to run this count to 3-1. Let's see kind of where if Gillespie can battle back out of it. He does not. Pitch it on the inside. Walked Morris, and so now that's going to bring up Treadaway.
That's only the second walk of the day issued by Gillespie. He has given up 4 hits. There is still 2 outs in the inning, and this is going to be Treadaway, who struck out looking to end the first, so looking to redeem himself here in this at-bat. Runners at first and second, 2-2 contest here in the bottom of the third between ICC and Snead State. This pitch fouled off, out of play, strike 1. We invite you to visit letsgoicc.com. You can find links to baseball schedules throughout the season. We'll stream every home game, so you can make plans to tune into those on letsgoicctv.com. As that pitch missing low, 1-1 now is the count. We just introduced a new channel, the Gray Channel, as that's going to be our Fine Arts channel now. So expanding the Let's Go ICC TV brand. A huge breaking pitch, and that one just a bit too high.
Yeah, 2-1 count here. Indians do have runners at first and second. They have 2 outs here in the inning. So we're in the bottom of the third.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here. Hammered and slow roller. Third baseman finds it. Going to have to hurry. The stretch is there. 5-3 on the putout of Treadaway. And the Parsons get out of a small jam there in the bottom of the third. We've played 3. It's 2-2 here in game 2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Rocking a baseball classic here in between the innings as we head now to the top of the fourth. 2-2 is the score. And Dr. Boggs, what's your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, I mean, good job of hitting by both teams really through these first 3 innings. It's just been but there's been good pitching on either side. It's just the inning that you pick again. Gillespie had kind of started out a little rocky, but then came back out here in the third inning, the bottom of the third, and did an excellent job to shut the Indians down because they had put runs on the board in the first and the second. But then Wicker got in a little trouble the last inning with that leadoff walk. Been some good hitting, been some good defense, just a good 2-2 battle right now going into the top of the fourth.
That pitch misses low and inside for a ball. This is Hayes, Pierman, and Moore scheduled up here for the Parsons. As that pitch missing, all of a sudden the strike zone that these 2 pitchers were able to just hit left and right has kind of disappeared here in the fourth. Or I should say in the bottom of the third, now in the top of the fourth. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 2-1 now is the count. Ground ball is going to be a tough play here. Third baseman comes across and makes it. Morris with the out. And Pierman coming to the plate. We say that, but it probably is Pierman, like she said.
Could be, yeah.
That's what we all. The thing about it is we got to learn never question Laney.
No, you never question Laney. Laney always has the right answer.
Big swing and a miss there by the DH Pierman.
Out in front of that one there, Adam.
Yeah, he was trying to park that one in my backyard. As that pitch missing outside, 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Ware trying to frame that one back there, just couldn't pull it back in for the ump to call it. Interesting enough, you were talking about good breaking pitch that was not called a strike. But Snead State putting up 111 runs. If you want to look at that compared, now this was before game one today. ICC, of course, they put 2 runs on the board. They're looking at 50 this year.
Yep, so 113 to 50 runs. And there's 2 games difference in the two, but still, that's just 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, and
Yep.
of course, the batting average 331 to our 289 right now. So I'm saying that to say that as he swings through that pitch and Wicker gets a K, but the Parsons and Snead State there, they really do a good job of hitting the ball.
And so this will bring Moore to the plate now with 2 outs. That was the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, both of those belonging to Pierman. As that pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, good breaking pitch to start him off there. Got an 0-1 count.
This is Moore at the dish. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Takes that pitch for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one runs inside. 2-1 now is the count. Of course, the Indians will make a return trip to Snead, and they'll string the games there. And that pitch up high for a ball. I'm actually hoping we don't have a game on the same day because they have the same system we have, and they have unique camera setup that I really want to go look at and figure out.
Oh.
As that pitch missing in the dirt, that'll be a ball. Runner has the wherewithal to quickly run down to first to make sure he doesn't have an option to head to second. Yeah, I've had a chance to work with their assistant coach a couple of times to help, kind of get things figured out for their broadcast over there. They've done a great job since then. Coach Porch, always glad to help him out and the rest of the Snead family as well. So this pitch fouled back, and that'll be a strike.
Yeah, first pitch there, 0-1 now is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. This is a 7-inning game. We are not in conference play. Of course, the first game was a 7-inning as well.
This is Parkinson at the plate. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. It was up the line. It was in time, just not in spot. The pitch was a strike. 0-2 now is the count. Stolen base there for Moore.
Yeah, he got a good jump right there. Really did. Got a good jump on Wicker. And so stolen base right there for them. Give them credit. They got a runner in scoring position but do have an 0-2 count.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. He lost his bat, as that will be a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. And Parkinson was afraid that he might have got somebody when he let go of that one there. I tell you what, let's keep it here and take a look back at some of the first half, or at least the first 4-inning replays here from the game, and it's going to take a little while to build up to this first one, but that's going to be this diving catch made by Morrison to start the game. I usually hit it right about 10 seconds on the play. Well, I hit 20 just to make sure I got it, as this is going to be one of the best defensive plays that you're going to see all season long here, as that was a heck of a running effort there on the part of Morrison to make that out. As we do have a new pitcher in the game here. We'll get you that information here in a moment. As we'll try to pick up his number more than, looks like 21. Looks like 21. That's going to be JoJo Garrison.
21.
Garrison.
JoJo Garrison.
Yes, JoJo Garrison. As take a look at some more of these highlights, that's going to be that solo home run off the bat of Ware.
Now pitching for the Parsons, number 21, Garrison.
As Garrison taking his last few warm-up tosses here, we'll bring it back from those highlights. You can see those highlights and more on our YouTube channel. Simply search Let's Go ICC on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe to the channel.
Garrison does have 2 appearances on the year. Pitched 3 1/3 innings. Has given up 7 hits as well as 7 runs. and does have 3 Ks to his credit and has given up 4 walks.
And those first 2 pitches missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Ware, who had that solo home run to start off the second. 2-2 is the score. And that pitch missing outside. 3-0 now is the count here to Ware.
Yeah, good eye by Ware, good patience.
So the 3-0 pitch coming, taking the whole way that time. It right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Ware starting us off here. And that pitch is going to be low for a ball, and a nice way to start the inning there as Ware draws the walk. And now this will bring up Powell.
Number 15, Caleb Powell.
Powell singled but was caught stealing his last time up. 2-2 contest here in the bottom of the 4th. Indians trying to see if they can get some runs back. They scored 1 in the bottom of the 1st and 2nd inning. It was 2 in the top of the 3rd by the Parsons, as that one's going to get through, and they're going to hold the runner at 2nd. And Powell with his 2nd hit of the game.
Yeah, taking that pitch where basically back where it came from, and so drove that pitch in between 1st and 2nd there to the right side of the field. Right fielder was able to come up and field that pretty cleanly, keeping Ware and holding Ware at 2nd there. So we do have runners at 1st and 2nd now with no outs in the inning, and that is going to bring up Yearwood.
So Yearwood will dig in. He struck out looking in his only at bat so far. Big time opportunity here for the Indians to get the bats fired up. See if they can get that merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the 4th. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes that one for a ball.
Yeah, good eye right there. Pull that back. You do have runners at 1st and 2nd. There are no outs, so it's a good opportunity. If you can lay one down here, you can get this sacrifice down. You can advance the runners to 1st and 2nd. Don't want to get it back too hard to the pitcher, though, for a double play. And, of course, he went for that when he did commit. 1-1 count, so was unable to lay it down. We're going to see what goes with it again. Again, don't need a hard bunt back to the pitcher because that's where he can turn a double play. Don't want that out of the inning.
Yeah, something down the first baseline would be really ideal right now. Pulls that one back, takes it for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Yearwood. Yearwood batting in that 9 spot. Lee is on deck, so the Indians in a dangerous position right here to break this game open if they can find a way to get things going here. This pitch popped up, and the catcher can't get to it. So now to go 2-2, and you feel like the bunt will be off.
Yeah, I feel like the bunt will be off right here. And, of course, Snead State was not even though it was a 2-2 game here in the 4th, they didn't have a wheel defensive call on anything like that for the bunt. So they were keeping the third baseman back at 3rd. They weren't trying to catch that runner at 3rd. He did square the bunt right there with 2 strikes and pulled back. So we do have a 3-2 count. Still have runners at 1st and 2nd, no outs. A lot of times, sometimes in a close game, tie game, you'll put that wheel on, and they can try to get that lead runner at 3rd. But Snead did not. He does square, commits, and strikes out. Coach Collier not happy with that, but he does strike out trying to lay the bunt down.
That is the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Garrison. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here with 1 out. And this will be Lee coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to the shortstop in his previous at-bat. And luckily gets the bat down, or that one could have been fouled off that time.
Yeah, it was behind him, of course, behind his head, really. Lee was able to, like you say, get that bat down. That's dangerous right there because you can clearly a ball, but sometimes it hits the bat right back there and fouls off, and it's called a strike.
That pitch high for ball 2. The reason why I say that is we were playing at USA Stadium last year in Millington, and one of our guys went to duck to dodge a pitch. Well, he left his bat up, and the ball fouled off the bat, and the catcher had the wherewithal to spring forward and make a catch, and it became a viral moment on social media. And every once in a while, that thing can still pop up on TikTok, and I'm just like, hey, oh, that's us. So
yeah, we got Snead State, their coach, making a mound visit here with 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runners at 1st and 2nd.
Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at Crescent Field as it's blowing basically foul pole to foul pole, left to right. As Lee is at the plate, we talked about, he's 0 for 2, 6 to 3 on the ground out to end the second. Started the game with a fly ball out to left. Indians have 5 hits, 3 for Snead, but Snead has cashed in on all their opportunities they've had at the plate when they've had runners in scoring position so far. It was a sacrifice fly by Johnson and an RBI single by Moss to tie this thing at 2. So runners at first and second here for the Indians. 2-0 is the count, 1 out, and this is Lee at the plate. Good pitch right down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, good opportunity here if you're the Indians to kind of cash in and get a run across the plate with runners in scoring position and only 1 out.
2-1 pitch inside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, hitter's count, you kind of want hoping Jackson Lee's going to be able to put something in play here, but if it's not your pitch, don't swing.
So waiting the 3-1 offering here with 1 out. And he did like that one up high. Fastball couldn't time it up. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, full count here. He's run it to full. Now you got to put the ball in play, try to get a piece of it, put something in motion here for the Indians.
3-2 pitch. Foul back, and we'll stay at 3-2.
Yeah, good job battling and fouling that one back by Lee. And so, again, 3-2 count, 1 out here. Definitely don't need a double play ball right here. And did not get it.
Ripped, and that's going to get through, and this is going to score a run for the Indians. Clutch hit there by Lee.
Yeah, excellent job right there. Sitting on that pitch, line drive in between third and short. Able to produce the RBI right there. Put the Indians up 3-2 right here. And that's going to bring up Settlemyers, who's been hot on the day thus far with 2 clean singles on today.
So the Indians take a 3-2 lead now, 1 out. And this is, as you mentioned, Brad, Settlemyers at the plate. Is that pitch in the dirt? Good job there blocking that one up by the catcher. I believe that's still Sanderson behind the plate. If not, runners advance easily there. Settlemyers 2 for 2 with a run scored. He does have a pair of singles. That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye, good patience right there for Settlemyers. This is the first time that he has seen this pitcher. Last time, of course, the 2 hits that Settlemyers has came off Gillespie.
This is Garrison on the hill. There's a slow roller, second baseman, a chance to turn 2 here. There's 1 and 2. Little Caesars double play, 4-6-3, spinning around, and that will get them out of the inning. But the Indians do score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the top of the 5th. ICC leads it 3-2. Back with more right after this.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Welcome back. This will be the 1-2-3 batters due up here for Snead. Moss, McNeil, and Johnson scheduled up. And Brad, if you're the Parsons, after giving that run in the bottom half of the 4th, this is right where you want to be with Moss and McNeil especially coming up at the plate.
Yeah, it is. But to Wicker's credit for Itawamba, you know, thus far he's only given up 3 hits, you know, and again, looking back at what the Parsons have been able to do before they came into Roy Crescent Field today and putting together the runs that they have and their slugging percentage and batting average, team batting average. They've done a great job. So kudos thus far to Wicker in this second game of kind of taming the bats.
That first pitch across for a strike, and Brad, to just kind of be honest for a second, that's one thing the Indians have struggled with here of late in the last few games. Have been throwing strikes, and there's a ground ball to second baseman. Funny hop, but he's able to get it 4-3 on the putout. And that's one thing that you can really helps out there when you know you've got a defense behind you. You can feel comfortable trying to fill up the strike zone a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a pitcher, you've got to understand, that, behind you, you've got 7 guys, and of course then you got your catcher behind the plate, but you got 7 guys back there that are going to play D behind you, and you got to let them play D. It's not all up to you as a pitcher, as that's ball one right there to get all the outs and all that, and so you've got to throw strikes, figure out a way to find the plate, find your zone, throw strikes as he squares around. That's strike one right there, 1-1 count, and throw strikes and allow your defense to help you.
Yeah, was trying to sneak down that bunt to see if he can get a little infield single there was McNeil, but swing and a miss. 1-1 now is the count with 1 out.
Good
Beautiful pitch there, strike 2.
Yeah, breaking pitch right there, running in for a 1-2 count now, 1 out, so it's in the favor of Wicker at this point.
1-2 offering and grounder, and it's going to be a foul ball, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, basically it looked like the same kind of pitch, breaking pitch he threw in there for strike 2, and so got him to foul that one off. McNeil did, and so still got a 1-2 count.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here from Wicker. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count here on McNeil. McNeil playing in left field, singled his last time up, flew out to center in his first at bat. 2-2 pitch. Thought about it, held off on it. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, excellent job there by McNeil to pull back. It was a ball, and so 3-2 count.
And this one popped up. Shortstop drifting in shallow. Now coming back in on the dirt a little bit, and then drops it. And does he get there in time? He does not. Second baseman was not thinking about covering the bag, and that will be an E6.
Yeah, E6 on Etowamba right there. Just dropped the ball. I mean, he was under it, saw it down to the glove, and just dropped it. Just one of those things. And so
the second baseman kind of just, I hate to say lazy getting there, but thought that it was going to be an out, so really wasn't covering the bag. And big-time break there for the Parsons. We talked about it, a team that's put 111 runs on the board coming into this series. You don't want to give them any open-door opportunities like the Indians have done there.
No, and you want to give credit to McNeil to continue running that play out, to get to second. Because, again, it was a shallow fly ball, too short, and so McNeil never gave up on it and kept running and was able to get into second.
This pitch popped up right side. It's going to get out of play, so that'll go for strike 2.
Is it 1-2?
Yes, 1-2 is the count, I believe. Let's see what the umpire says, if he'll show us. I was calling softball the other day and lost the count, and the umpire never showed the count all game. So I just guessed the entire time.
Well, he's not showing it this time either.
That pitch missing outside. We're going to say it's 2-2. My assumption is he looks at the board, and if he agrees with the board, he's not going to show it. So 2-2 is the count. Runners at second, and that pitch fouled off.
Another one fouled off.
Oh, yeah, that was a big-time play. Now that I look at it, I thought that was a runner advancing from first to second, but instead that was McNeil running it out like your coach there. So kudos to McNeil. Yeah. Beautiful strike 3. Just a breaking pitch that snuck in that back door, and that is going to be his 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
Yeah, that was a big K right there because Johnson is in the 3-hole right there, and so did an excellent job of getting him out. Now you are facing Higgins, who did have a single his last at bat. Again, Snead State desperately wanting to get that run across the board that reached on an error that is at second.
So with 2 outs in the inning, this pitch is going to be high for a ball. Indians trying to find the exit. Parsons trying to extend the inning here with a 2-out hit. You figure with the runner at second, they're going to be aggressive if it's down to the outfield to try to tie this ball game. That pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch right there. Kind of took something off of it, kind of took his timing off there for Higgins, so kind of left him frozen, so 1-1.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here, and that one just missing outside, a little high as well. 2-1 now is the count. See some people taking advantage of the walking track here on the waterway, enjoying a nice day. 2-1 now is the count. That pitch high for a ball. 3-1 is the count. That's one of the unique offerings we have here at the college is, if you're like me, you like to get out and exercise every opportunity that you get. Don't need to drip any more sarcasm on that. As there's a beautiful breaking pitch in there. But we do have that waterway that the students and local community are able to take advantage of. And if you're ever in Fulton, you take the drive down what I call Riverside Drive. Apparently that's not the real name of it. Apparently it's the North Road. But, yeah, it's just a great asset to have here in Fulton.
Wow, turned on that pitch very quickly there. Higgins did, and hit foul there, almost in the dugout, but not quite. It was on past it, so still lives to see another day here. 3-2 count, full count. The runner should be moving, got 2 outs.
So as Brad said, 3-2 is the count. Runner at second. Wicker trying to find the exit, and instead leaves it high for a walk. Nice at bat there by Higgins. Found off a few pitches, able to extend the at bat. And now this will bring Sanderson to the plate.
Number 3, Sanderson.
And so with 2 outs, runners at first and second, tying run at second. Go ahead run now at first. Sanderson will dig in here. He's catching. Indians trying to find the exit. Is that pitch high for a ball? So 1-0 is the count here to Sanderson. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, he's grounded out and flown out.
And that pitch high, and all of a sudden Wicker struggling to find the zone here, and looks like the Indians going to start getting someone up and get loose in the bullpen.
Yeah, and of course Ware's going to make a mound visit as well as Coach McCrory here.
Visit to the mound. We're going to take the time out and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back. 2-0 is the count. 2 outs, and this is still Sanderson at the plate here for the Parsons. 3-2 is the score. Wicker on the hill here. That pitch in there for a strike. Nice job settling him down after getting a little, not wild, but I guess say late in the day, so probably getting a little tired. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, got to battle through and try to find the strike zone here and just let the close right there to hitting him inside, so that's a ball. But you got to battle through it if you're Wicker and try to at least get something across the plate. Let that defense finish it out for you. They do have runners at first and second.
That's going to walk bases loaded there, and a nice patient at bat by Sanderson. We'll see if the Indians might try to make a move here.
I don't think they are because
don't know if he's had enough time to warm up yet.
That's where I'm with you. I'm the same way. I'm looking down there and it doesn't look like he's had enough time.
And so that is going to be in there for a strike. Not sure who that is getting loose in the bullpen.
So,
good chance here for Wicker just to dig deep and find this out. Pitch in the dirt blocked up nicely there. As that's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases full of Parsons. That pitch drifting high, 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in the tie and run. You don't want to ever walk in a run, but you sure don't want to walk in the tie and run here. Bases loaded, 2 balls, 1 strike. Time called by Coach Collier. There it is. Okay. I was waiting to see where it's coming from.
Get ready to make the change here, so we'll have a call to the bullpen. We'll take the timeout and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
piece of cake,
a noted cheese connoisseur,
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen here, as it's going to be number 24, Hayden Roberts, coming in to pitch here for the Indians. Coming in quite the situation, bases loaded with 2 outs. He's inheriting a 2-1 count. And Brad, you got some numbers there on him. Hopefully you won't have enough time. Hopefully you're just going to pop up here and end the inning.
That'd be nice. You do have a 2-1 count. It is a tough, that's going to be a hit.
That's going to be dropped over the head, and that's going to give the Parsons the lead as they're going to relay that one in and not allow the runner to go to third. And that's going to be a big-time clutch hit there for Hayes. Swinging on the first pitch he sees, a 2-run single.
Yeah, it's a 2-run, exactly like you said there. Lined it over in between second and short, short and third, and out in the left field. And so that's a base hit with 2 RBIs.
And this is going to be Trent Cantrell coming to the plate. New batter in here, wearing number 35. And so that was a clutch hit there. Parsons, I believe that's the first time they've led today.
It is.
And so a clutch 2-out hit, clutch 2-out single by Hayes that scores a pair of runs. 4-3 now, as that pitch missing for a ball. Well, the runner at second still belongs to Wicker, so can't close the book on him just yet. So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
And where I was going with that, Roberts does have 1 appearance on the year before today, 3 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits on.
Pitch missing for a ball.
1 does have 3 Ks to his credit, and does not have any walks with a 2.70 ERA.
Those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatee. That pitch high for a ball. 3-1 now is the count.
Kind of Indians running back where you were talking about at this point, Adam, having a little trouble finding the strike zone, and they do walk Cantrell right there, and that does load the bases back up now.
Now batting number 4, Moore.
And this will be Moore coming to the plate. He is officially not had it at bat. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. He has scored a run and stolen a base. And, Brad, this is what we talked about, and you kind of just began mentioning it there, is at times the Indians pitching staff has struggled to find the strike zone, and that's kind of coming up to haunt the Indians now.
Yeah, and that's ball one right there. Again, bases loaded, nowhere else to put anyone, and there's a base hit.
That's going to drop a carbon copy of the last one. They're going to try to relay this one in just in case they're going to try to score the run. And another clutch hit there by the Parsons.
Yeah, good job right there. Drop that single out there in left. Again, just over in between short and third. And left fielder for the Indians right there in Powell coming up throwing on that one, holding the runner at third. So they did not score 2 on that one. They just scored 1 run on that single.
That pitch is in there for a strike. Still the 2-out rally continues here for the Parsons. As they've scored 3 runs this inning, and they lead at 5-3.
1-1 count here. Again, bases loaded, and this is Parkerson.
It's that strike there.
1-2 count now to Parkerson. If Roberts and Hayden can get out of this inning right now, this would be a great opportunity with a 1-2 count, 2 outs.
Bases loaded for the Parsons. This pitch fouled back and will stay at 1-2. Well, that officially takes Gillespie off of the decision this afternoon. Garrison now moving into the opportunity for the win if Snead can hang on here. Wicker responsible for all the runs on the board. 4 of those earned, I should say. 4 of the 5 earned. And there's strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning, but not before the Parsons could hang 3 on the board. Can the Indians find an answer? They trail at 5-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 runs in the top half of the inning gives the Parsons the 5-3 lead. For ICC to be the 3, 4, 5 batters due up. Rock, Collier, and Morris scheduled up here this inning. So the Indians got a little bit of work to do here, Brad, to try to climb back into this one. As swinging on the first pitch he sees, hits it a mile, but foul for strike 1 on Rock.
Yeah, Bo turned on that one, and we did get a vehicle on that one from a ricochet off the asphalt. But Bo turned on that first pitch pretty quickly there and hit it pretty deep, but did go foul. And second pitch in there, held up on that one, and that is strike 2. So 0-2 count to Bo.
So now Rock's going to have to guard the dish here. 0-2 pitch coming. That one well outside. Couldn't even chase one there. 1-2 now is the count. This is Garrison on the hill here. He is currently the pitcher of decision here. So this is going to be a foul ball. Good job finding a piece of that one by Bo.
Yeah, excellent job getting a piece. Again, that ball was not one that he would have swung at, if there hadn't been 2 strikes on him. Just trying to get a piece of that just in case to stay alive, and he did. 1-2 count.
1-2 pitch. That one runs inside. 2-2 now is the count. They're going to appeal to first and see if he went, and boy, that would have been next to impossible for any umpire to judge there. But he did ask to appeal, and he did. 2-2 now is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and good job taking a little bit off that pitch there and getting the out. So now this is going to bring up Stone Collier, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to right field. 5-3, Snead State with the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Collier looks at that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, Garrison's come in, kind of settled down, and had the Indians' number here for a little bit on the plate. So Indians only right now still sitting with 6 hits on the day, as that is ball 1. That one was low. But Indians are going to have to piece something together here pretty quickly to try to get some runs across the board.
So 1 out, 1-1 is the count.
There's a good way to
This
try.
One's hit deep, left fielder going back to the wall and squeezes that one. Second time today that Collier has put one up against the wall, but just could not sneak it out of the ballpark. And again, the wind blowing left from right, not helping him out much there. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, he got good bat on that one. Stone did, but just also a little under it because that, like you say, that wind is what's knocking those down. And Stone being a right-handed batter going out to left field, so the wind knocking that one down as that one is grounded underneath the glove of the third baseman, Alex Johnson, who kind of charged that, and that is actually going to advance Jarrett Morris to second.
Second time Morris is going to reach on an error today.
Number 23, Jude
And
Treadway.
so E5 on the play this time. And so now the Indians need to do what the Parsons did, cashed in on an error on the Indians. See if the Indians can trade that back here as that pitch high for a ball. As this is Treadway at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking to end the first, grounded out to third to end the third. So trying to redeem himself here. This one back off the netting. And 1-1 now is the count.
Got a 1-1 count here. And, of course, if you're Treadway, you'd love to put the ball in play and get it out in the outfield and see if you can get Morris around and across the plate and at least cut this lead down to 5-4. That one is grounded to second. They do cleanly field it, throw over to first, gets the last out of the inning.
So the Indians couldn't cash in on that 2-out error there. Snead gets out of the jam with no damage done. 5-3. Parsons with the lead. We'll head to the top of the 6th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here. That's home. That's just.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. 1-2-3 batters due up here for the Parsons as they batted around that previous inning. Did not realize that.
They did. Mm-hmm.
So now it'll be Moss, McNeil, and Johnson scheduled up here for the Parsons. They lead at 5-3. We're in the top of the 6th, trying to earn a split with the Indians this afternoon after dropping the first game of the day 2-0 as that pitch across for a strike. This is Roberts in the contest pitching for the Indians. He's coming in relief of Wicker as that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
The Indians do have some activity in the bullpen just in case. They know they're in their middle reliever right now, working with middle relievers. That one's on the inside part of the plate, 2-1 count. So Indians got to put together some strikes here, throw strikes. Let's not do base on balls. We don't need to walk anyone at this point as that one's off the plate. 3-1 count.
Yeah, so Roberts right now might need to just slow down a little bit. And looks like he might be rushing it a tad.
Heads off.
And that one, just tried to put too much on that one there as a pitch missing. And that'll be a leadoff walk issued to Moss. And looks like we're already going to go have a change here as Coach Collier making the stride out to the mound. Well, with the break in the action, we'll head to a timeout and come back and tell you about the new pitcher here in Fulton right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back as we're in the top of the 6th inning. 5-3, Snead State with the lead. A new pitcher in here for the Indians is Ethan Huff.
I'm trying to look at him. I'm not seeing. Yeah, David, never mind. He does have 2 appearances. Ethan has 2. They're squaring the bunt, pull back, snap, throw down. First got him.
Oh!
All right. Anyway.
Everybody in the ballpark except the infield umpire, whose his only opinion matters, as that pitch goes for a ball, 1-0.
He's going to probably try to bunt him over again here, as the Indians know that. There he goes. Runner goes. They did
run
not.
This time. That pitch fouled off. Now, Brad, you can give us the numbers on Huff.
2 appearances on the year. No wins, no losses, so no decisions. Got 3 1/3 inning, 3 1/3 innings pitched. Giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 Ks and 4 walks for a 5.40 ERA.
Those numbers being brought to you by Bank Okolona, proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Breaking pitch outside, missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
So he squared around again there, too, and pulled back. McNeil did. So we're in the cat and mouse game now. Is he going to bunt or is he not?
So waiting the 2-1 offering here. Runner at first with no out.
Squares.
Shows the bunt.
Gets it down.
Lays it down. Good bunt. Only one play, and that's going to be to first, and it's going to be in time.
Great job by Ware right there, the catcher. He popped out of his stance, knew he laid it down, popped out of his stance, called the pitcher off, fielded that bunt right there, and was able to throw it to first to get the out. So the sack worked for Snead State. They did advance the runner, but again, good job by the catcher right there, Ware, to pop out there and make that play.
Yeah, it was a speedy runner down the line. If Ware, his momentum was carrying him towards the bag, as there's a beautiful breaking pitch across for a strike. Would have been a tough play for the pitcher to catch it or glove it, exchange, and then turn to throw. As that first pitch a strike, runner at second, 1 out. And this is Johnson at the plate. He had a strikeout looking his last time up. That pitch fouled back for strike 2. He did have a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd inning. So 0-2 is the count. 1 out with the runner at second here for the Parsons. This pitch popped up and going to go in foul territory, and it's going to get out of play. And Johnson fell awkwardly at the plate.
I didn't see that. I was looking at the foul ball, and I knew our right fielder out there in Settlemyers was giving it a lot of chase out there. Thought maybe he had a shot at it, but I did not see him fall.
One of those, he was limping. And he still has a little bit of a hitch in his giddy up as he's walking back in the batter's box here. 0-2 is the count. There is 1 out. Runner at second, 5-3. Snead with the lead here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, he did.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, was able to apply the tag. That's a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there, second of the game, or excuse me, no, actually the first of the game for Huff. And now this will be Higgins coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, big out right there, big K. Huff coming in to get that out there. So 2 outs now in the inning. Still, Snead does have a runner at second, in scoring position.
This one hit hard. Center fielder is going to have to hurry, and nope, right fielder make the play. Second time today I've lost track of the baseball, and the right fielder has made the play when I thought it was going to be center fielder. Either way it goes, the Indians do get the out and end the inning and get out of the jam. ICC's got to find the bats. They trail at 5-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th and be back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Here we go. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're joined now in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth by Dr. Jay Allen. Dr. Allen, you know who we're in the broadcast booth with right now?
Tell me about it.
We're in the broadcast booth with 2024 ICC's Most Beautiful, Miss Laney up here. She's the one that keeps me and Dr. Boggs in line.
And she is ICC's Most Beautiful at this point, too, making announcements down there for the crowd that for the BSU, but also calling out players, doing a phenomenal job.
Absolutely. Is that first pitch at the knees for a strike?
Will you be signing autographs today?
Will I be signing
Yes.
autographs if you want one?
Absolutely.
Charging for it later.
But other than that, probably not.
So this, I believe, is going to be Ware at the plate. Takes that pitch for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. He's 1 for 1 of the day with a solo home run and a walk. Is that pitch missing outside? 2-1 now is the count.
Be a good time for Ware to crank another one here, Adam, and cut this lead down to 5-4.
This is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman scooting over, scoops it up, and throws it out 4-3. And Brad, the Indians' bats have just gone quiet, as that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the last 5 batters retired, one of those reaching on an error, however. Indians have only had 3 hits in their last 9, 10, almost 18 at bats.
Yes, again, like you say, the run differential there. You can see the first inning, second inning, and that's where we were hot and hit those as he swings through Powell. Powell has been hot on the day. He does have 2 singles, but there again, 5-3 lead for Snead State here in the bottom of the 6th.
This one fell back into your living room. 0-2 now is the count here on Powell, the left fielder. Sun starting to set here. You're seeing the shadows stretch across Roy Crescent Field here.
All right, went around.
Chased one there, and that's going to be strike 3. And just unfortunate, and Brad, that's kind of just the way that it's gone for the Indians over the last few innings.
Yeah, we're going to have a pinch hitter here, too. This is going to be looking at the wrong. It'd help if I'd look at the right. Ben Davis.
Ben Davis coming into bat here. Of course, he was the Game 1 winner after striking out 10 batters in the first game of the day. He was our Samstown Market star of the game. And so he will dig in here to see if he can spark a 2-out rally for the Indians. And so this is Davis at the plate. Swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls it off for strike 1.
The inside pitch there, just kind of turned on it. Ben did, was able to get enough bat on it, but went foul. 0-1 count here. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice pitch, just a little bit off that fastball that time. 0-2 now is the count here to Davis. Garrison has come in and done a great job against these Indian batters. 0-2 pitch, and that one just a little bit inside. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, it took enough off that last pitch or the pitch before this one just to get your timing off if you're Ben. And so that ended up being a strike, but took enough off of it from that fastball going out to that changeup. So excellent job of mixing up pitches there if you're Garrison.
So 1-2 now is the count.
Got him.
Got him. Again, another beautiful pitch there. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts from Garrison. I've got that as his 4th of the game. We've played 6. ICC trails at 5-3. We'll take a timeout. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Snead trying to tack on to that 5-3 lead here as Indians need to find a way to rally, see if they can get the sweep as that first pitch, missing low and outside for a ball. So it's going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Sanderson, Hayes, and then 35, if he's still in there, that's going to be Cantrell. As this one ripped. And it's a fair ball, and that's trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be a double right there. Stand up and could be thinking 3, no.
He elected not to. Might have been interesting if he would have tried, but Sanderson does get his first hit of the day, and it's a leadoff double to start the inning there. And so a double by Sanderson. And now this will bring Hayes up, who had, well, the difference in the game right now, really. Or, excuse me, no, actually he tied the ball game up when he had a 2-run.
Yeah, he had a single his last at bat, and like you say, that was that 2 RBI single.
Yep. That actually gave him the 4-3 lead, I should say. And then they tacked on that extra run there. We do have a runner coming into this situation. This is going to be number 40 entering to run. That's going to be Hansen for Snead. So they're trying to pick up an insurance run here in the top of the 7th, leading 5-3, no outs. And so this is Hayes coming to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day, a 2-run single and a run scored. He's also walked. Runner at second. Indians try the pickoff move, and it gets away, but luckily not far enough to allow the runner to advance there.
Yeah, that could have been bad right there. The ball got away out into right field, which it did not. And so, again, that would have advanced him to third, but luckily Indians got enough glove on it where he knocked it down. So they're in on the corners, too. We're playing in on the corners right now for the Indians.
Show and bunt. Pops it up. This is going to go back and over the netting for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Hayes. He's playing first base. You got a double by Sanderson to start the inning. Then Hansen is in running for the catcher. And so 0-1 is the count. 5-3, Snead with the lead here over the Indians in game 2, trying to earn a draw, if you will, today, and pick up the win here in game 2. That pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, squared around, showed bunt again. Prime opportunity for Snead State here to get that sack down and move that runner up to third, which again there would only 1 out, and you just a deep fly ball would advance him and score another run.
Once again, showing bunt here. Pops it up, and this one's going to get out of, off the netting. Thought it was going to get out of play, but it did catch the top part of the netting. That's just a good pitch. You know, he's going to square the bunt, bring in that inside heat, and make it where either A, he misses or has to draw back on it with the small part of the barrel.
Yeah, again, that's a small part, like you say, and it's tough to get those bunts down and get them down good on the inside part of the bat right there, or inside part of the plate too. So good job there by Huff.
So the 1-2 pitch coming from Huff. Beautiful Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Clutch pitch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, not what they ordered right there at all if you're Snead State. Definitely with that runner at second, you wanted that opportunity to advance him to third in any form or fashion, and couldn't even get anything out toward the right side of the field to advance him either. So not what you wanted if you're Snead.
So one out. There's a curveball that loops back in for strike one. 0-1 now is the count, as this is Cantrell at the plate. He walked his last time up.
Corners drop back to regular now, hoping to get knowing that now they have one out. So now your corners, Bo Rock and your Mars have dropped back, knowing the bunt was out.
So 1-1 now is the count. After that pitch missing low for a ball. Cantrell at the plate. Runner at second. That's Henson running for the catcher, Sanderson. And that one just missing for a ball.
Yeah, it was a good breaking pitch right there. I thought it would be a strike, too low for the umpire's liking. 2-1 count.
Huff, the third pitcher of the day here for the Indians. Checks the runner. Now delivers. And that one may be a makeup call, Brad, because that one looked a little bit further out than the last pitch.
I've missed the last two, so I thought that one was a little too far outside. He said no, it wasn't, so strike two. Good for the Indians, 2-2 count.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here from Huff. One out and a runner at second. That pitch missing high, 3-2 now is the count here to Cantrell.
Yeah, Ware couldn't frame that one down enough. Up high for the umpire's liking, runs it to full.
So waiting the payoff pitch here. And this one fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. Well, that's one thing that you can say good about Snead today is when they do get in those jams, they've been able to foul off a lot of pitches and see a lot of pitches today, and that's really worked well for them here in game two as they've come up with some clutch 3-2 opportunities. So the 3-2 pitch coming up here from Huff. And lost him high. So that'll be second time that Huff has thrown a walk. And now this will bring up Moore to the plate. He had an RBI single. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He's been walked, stole the base. He's been hit by a pitch and also scored a run.
It does bring the double play ball back into for the play for the Indians here with one out. If I could dial up this double play ball and get an out, get out of the inning. That's strike one. Good breaking pitch right there by Huff. 0-1 count.
Yeah, just loop right back in to find the corner of the plate. 0-1 is the count. Where is one out. Runners at first and second here for the Parsons.
Runner goes
to third. They're going to hold it there. And the runner did not go to second, so we'll have runners on the corners, as that'll be a stolen base there for Hanson.
Well, if you're going to do it, you want to do it on the right-handed batter right there, and what you did. And so a little tougher for the catcher to pop up and make that throw. You got to get a good jump, and so I know they were watching Huff out there, able to get that good jump at second and took third. So that puts the runner in scoring position at third. Just a deep fly ball could score him.
So it's going to square the butt. Lays it down. It's going to be a squeeze play. There's only going to be one play, and a beautiful job there by the Parsons.
Yeah, the runner took off at third immediately and started running, and that's when, he had to get the ball down, and he did an excellent job getting that ball down on that squeeze play. So that scored another run, 6-3 now. They did get the out on the bunt, did move the runner up to second, so they still have another runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's just beautiful baseball right there, Brad. Just tip your cap to them and say that was executed perfectly, as they now add another run there, 6-3 with 2 outs. Runner at second, and this is Parkerson, I believe, at the plate. And this is where the Parsons have been dangerous here. They've been able to spark a couple of 2-out rallies in this game. So now they've got a runner in scoring position. That pitch missing high for a ball. 1-0 is the count, 2 away. Huff at the plate. Runner at second taking a minimum lead. They won't hold him on here. As that pitch missing inside. Ball gets away but not far enough for the runner to advance. 2-0 now is the count.
Indians do have activity in the bullpen. I don't foresee, hopefully, them having to go to that with 2 outs, but you never know.
So 2-0 is the count. Huff getting set to deliver, checks the runner.
Nope.
And that one missing outside. And again, Brad, we talked about it. The Indians bullpen this year has struggled to throw strikes, and this is going to be another situation. That's kind of what got him in the situation and allowed Snead to kind of make a rally here, is the fact that the strike zone, well, it almost disappears on him.
Yeah, and it's done that the whole second game a lot. I mean, not taking any credit away from Snead State, and there's a walk right there on 4 straight pitches, and don't know if we'll see a swap or not.
That was tough.
I think Coach McCrory is going to go out.
Maybe just talk to him here, but that's tough there, as Parkinson had been retired on back-to-back strikeouts before that at bat, and then so now McCrory will head to the mound. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll hear from Guaranty Bank and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 outs here in the inning. We go to the bullpen. The call of the bullpen. This is going to be Matt Burdon coming into pitch. And, Brad, you got some numbers on him?
I do. Be Matt's 3rd appearance on the year. He's 0-2 record right now, 0 wins, 2 losses to his credit. 7 innings pitched, giving up 13 hits on 12 runs, 4 base on balls, 8 Ks on the year thus far.
And those stats being brought to you by our friends at Bank Okolona, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network, and he's going to hit him, and that'll load the bases.
Yeah, first pitch hit him, so hit by pitch, so it only gets worse. The bleeding continues. That loads the bases, and we're bringing back up or bringing McNeil up. So
McNeil on the day has singled, reached on an error, had a sacrifice bunt. He's also flown out to center.
And that makes the 3rd inning in a row they have batted around.
Yep. As this pitch popped up, center fielder going over. And will squeeze it for the out, so the Indians finally get out of the inning, but not before they tack on another run due the Parsons as they lead it 6-3. Indians down to their final 3 outs of the evening as they trail it. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a skilled swordsman, a master chef.
Needs more lavender.
A wonder at word games.
2 tries, every time.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher in the game here for the Parsons. And Brad, you've got the information on that young man?
Freshman entering the game for the Parsons. And looks like he has 0 wins, 1 loss. To his credit thus far. Excuse me, because the pages separate here, and so I'm having to look at both here. 5 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits on 2. Looks like giving up 2 runs, as well as 6 Ks and 3 base on balls, and that was tough enough for me to get out right there.
Well, can I ask you a big question?
Sure.
What's his name?
Doyle.
Okay. So Doyle entered the pitch here for Snead State. He'll be greeted by the 1-2-3 batter. So if you're in the Indians, if you want to spark a rally, this is where you want to be, as that breaking pitch doesn't turn over, and that'll go for ball 1.
Yeah, top of the lineup, as you mentioned, Jackson Lee. So you're right. This is the time to do it if you're the Indians, and they need a rally. They got to produce 3 at least.
So 1-0 is the count. Lee at the plate, stands in and takes that for ball 2. And as you said, Brad, it starts with base runners before you can climb back in this one.
Yeah, Indians will take base runners any way they can get them at this point, just as long as they can get people on base and continue to work down the lineup.
So 2-0 is the count here to Lee. That pitch clips the corner outside for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
He's going to call that outside part of the plate. He's done it all through the second game. Indians need to know that going in. Of course, they may have been taken until they get a strike.
So 2-1 now is the count. That pitch drifts high. 3-1 now goes the count here to Lee. Lee, Settlemyers, and Rock scheduled up. "3-1 is the count here. Indians trying to rally here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail it 6-3. Swing and a miss. Healthy chop at that one. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Lee couldn't catch up with that one. Full count here.
Good pitch to come back on, especially on that outside corner. As you said, that's where the pitchers have lived today, and that's where they have succeeded. And that pitch is high for a ball, and the Indians start the inning with a walk. So a leadoff walk, and this will bring up Settlemyers. to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles. He did hit into a inning-ending double play his last time up. He's got a couple of singles on the day and a run scored. So he will dig in here. Indians trying to rally here in the bottom of the 7th. Hard hit ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Clutch hit there off the bat of Settlemyers, and now the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, that's now it puts runners at first and second, no outs in the inning, and the tying run up at the plate in Bo Rock. You got to be careful here if you're Snead State. Again, Bo Rock, a dangerous hitter here who could easily tie the game with one swing.
And he's due.
And he is. And so, again, in the second game, he's definitely due. So let's see what happens here. Good matchup right here between Bo and the pitcher.
That pitch low and outside for a ball. That last hit by Settlemyers was his 3rd of the game. And so Rock representing the tying run with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 after that pitch missing low and outside. This pitch hit hard is to the second baseman. There's one, and he drops it in the exchange.
Yep.
So only a fielder's choice there. And that's a big-time break for the Indians.
Yeah, definitely a big break right there because he did. The exchange got him. They had the double play set up very good right there. Shortstop just could not make the exchange clean, and so Rock is safe at first there. So fielder's choice there if you're scoring it at home, as Adam always says. But one out right here. Now you have runners at first and third. Still 6-3 lead for Snead State.
This is Stone Collier at the plate for the Indians and takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Last time at the plate, Stone gave one a ride on the way out to the warning track. Just couldn't quite get it out of the ballpark. He is representing the tying run here with runners on the corners for the Indians. Collier looks at that pitch. Can you call it a strike?
He did.
Wow. I know he's been given that outside corner, but that was pretty generous there. 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, quickly down 0-2 in the pitcher's favor here for Doyle. He can afford to kind of waste one here if need be.
So waiting the 0-2 offering from Doyle.
And he did.
And they couldn't get Collier to chase one that time. 1-2 now is the count. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. Bottom of the 7th. Snead State leading this one 6-3 with one out here. Tying run at the plate in Collier. 1-2 is the count. And it hit him.
Nope.
Are they going to say it fouled him off maybe? And so they're going
to say it's part of the bat.
And Collier's going to show him his hand.
I think that, what is it now? Yeah. They say that's part of the bat with the hands, and you turn as far as you're committing to the swing, is it?
And so I believe the count's going to stay 1-2. I think you're correct on that, Brad. I think the fact that he swung and fouled that one off. So 1-2 is the count here on Collier. We'll have to shake that one off and come back and guard the dish here.
He did a good job right there. Good eye. 2-2 count.
Good pitch, especially with one to waste right there. Got a frustrated batter who thought he probably was hit by a pitch, should be on first base. And good job by Stone holding off on that one and even the count up at 2-2. That pitch high for a ball. 3-2 now is the count. You hear that ICC dugout getting fired up, trying to rally the guys here. As they trail at 6-3, 3-2. The count goes full here. Collier representing the tying run. Grounder, slow roller back to the pitcher, and he's just going to look the runner. Really surprised he didn't go to second on that one. That could have been a possible double play ball.
I mean, he even gave it a look. I don't understand that. He gave it a look. They had somebody there. I'm not certain why he didn't throw it, but unless he just didn't feel comfortable with the throw. It does still give you 2 outs, but now you have runners at second and third with 2 outs, so both runners in scoring position. Base hit could score 2 here, Adam, and get ICC within 1.
Morris has reached twice today on errors, has walked once. 2 outs in the inning. Swings on the first pitch he sees, foul ball, strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Snead State leading this one 6-3. Tying run at the plate in Morris. Runners at second and third here for the Indians. ICC won game 2, 2-0. Snead trying to find a way to split the day here in Fulton. 0-1 the count to Morris. Looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Good job by the catcher to block that one up. Sanderson, because that one was in the dirt. I believe that might be Sanderson. Might be a new catcher in the game.
I'm with you. I thought it was Sanderson, but I'm looking, I see a different number.
They did send in a runner in place of him.
Right. They did a good job behind the plate, as you mentioned.
There's a ground ball. That's going to get through. 1 run will score. They're going to ask 2 to score here, and that's going to be a 2-run single for the Indians. Big time clutch hit there. As that's going to go for a 2-run single.
Yeah, Morris did a great job there turning on that one and placing it right in there in the hole between short and third. And good heads-up running by the Indians, running on contact right there basically. And so Bo was able to score easily as that second run. So Indians within 1, 6-5. They do have a runner at first, 2 outs. That is going to bring a mound visit. I don't know if they'll change or not here, but it does bring a mound visit out from Snead State.
Well, let's take this quick timeout and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
And welcome back out of the timeout. Indians with a tying run at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And this is Jude Treadaway at the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day. This is that first pitch. Almost hit him. Ball 1.
Inside part of the plate there. Good eye.
2 outs in the inning. See if the Indians try to get aggressive here and move the runner over in scoring position. As this pitch fouled back, 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, fouled that pitch back, again, 1-1 count. Indians need to put the ball in play, need to get this runner advanced over to Morris, at least in the scoring position. Keep this game going.
So Treadaway at the dish with a 1-1 count. Swings on this one, grounder to the second. Bobbles it for a second, scoops it up, and that will do it. Well, the Indians had a chance. Just could not come up with the clutch, timely hit there as Snead picks up the win there in Game 2 by the final score of 6-5. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You can throw that away. We're giving Laney permission to clean up the press box.
Laney will be on here
That's
shortly.
the thing. You know, you listen to that. You know, ICC's most beautiful, going the extra mile, trying to clean up and keep things nice here in the press box. Doing a good job for us. Not only that, PA, she had to run the scoreboard for a little while today. Just does it all.
Laney, here, take the hit. I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, that's going to be fair. Very fair. Laney, go ahead. Can you hear me, Laney?
I can hear you.
Okay, so that is Laney. That's the one we talk to all the time off the air. And as she said, the winner of ICC's Most Beautiful this year does the PA announcing here at baseball. And I'll tell you what, you do not like any attention on stuff like that. So that's the reason why we keep doing this. But, Laney, we do appreciate you.
Thank you.
And all your help. And you'll be able to see her on a commercial soon. I know you love that as well.
Yes, very much.
So, but she's a little upset the Indians didn't get the win today in Game 2. So, but, Laney, we do appreciate you.
Thank you.
So that was Laney. So we're going to get a third headset up here on Laney soon. So Well, Brad, the Indians just couldn't come up with a clutch hit there late. The good job by Snead State to come in and be able to come up and get the timely hits when they need them the most to earn this 6-5 win in Game 2.
Yeah, Indians started out hot as they did with the bats. Got 2 runs on the board right there. One in the bottom of the first, one in the bottom of the second. Weren't able to produce anything. So after that, until this last inning in the 7th. So great job of pitching by Snead State and the Parsons, and I know Garrison came in for middle relief there and did a fantastic job. Not to say take anything away from Gillespie. I know Gillespie did a great job as well. So again, good job, and we knew the Snead State bats would wake up at some point because they came into this series with this doubleheader here with the runs that they have been able to produce, and of course hot bats obviously that they have. So we knew they would wake up. They did, and opened up this second game. Indians didn't help themselves too much. Of course, I know I'm looking at 2 errors I know they had on the day. They may have had more than that. I know 2 that they had, and then some walks. Some walks that they've had today. The walks, again, you and I mentioned that. And you got to be able to throw the strikes. You got to find the strike zone. Yeah, it's easier said than done for me and you to sit up here and say it, and it is. But, 2, that's clutch baseball. Now, yes, the good thing is we're in non-conference play right now. It does go against your record as far as your overall, but it's non-conference. This is when you're trying to figure things out, put things together, and get ready for conference play because that's when it matters. So hopefully that's what they're doing, and Coach Collier's doing that.
Absolutely. Your final line here on the evening is Snead with 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. Of course, always these stats are unofficial. And then ICC, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Garrison gets the win for the Parsons, and then it was Roberts, the pitcher of record for the Indians. Snead State improves to 8-6 on the year. ICC falls to 5-7. Our Samstown Market star of the game, I'm going to have to give it to Settlemyers, as he gave us a chance there late in the game. He did have 3 hits in the contest, and Brad, we're not giving Delaney any more energy drinks, and she is just bouncing off the walls right now.
I know it.
But, Settlemyers, our Samstown Market star of the game, he went 3 for 4 on the day with a pair of singles, and as we said, gave us a chance there late to win the game. So, Brad got some recovering to do from this one, and up next for the Indians will be Wednesday. They'll travel to Northwest, weather permitting. They're supposed to take on Northeast and Northwest. We'll try to find out more information on that. Of course, you can always visit letsgoicc.com to find out for any schedule changes, or you can follow us on your favorite social media platform as well. Now, the next home game is scheduled to be March the 5th. We'll also host a triple header that day, Coahoma and East Central coming into town. We do encourage you to come out and enjoy some baseball here. And, Brad, your thoughts on the day?
Yeah, I mean, of course, weather-wise, great day. It is starting to cool off tonight. Indians did earn a split today in this affair. Again, I think Snead State came in with their good team, obviously proving that in that second game as well, but held ICC close and made the first game a close affair too. So good job by Snead State, and kudos to them in earning the split as well. But ICC again, and that's what both squads are doing. You're figuring out your lineups. You're figuring out your where you're going to put people, where you're going to pitch people, and all that here in this non-conference type scenario, and so that's what they'll continue to do. Even though we're playing some MACCC teams this Wednesday away and next Wednesday too, those are non-conference games that we will be able to try to figure out some lineups before we enter into conference play, which comes up shortly. I think it's the week of spring break is when we do enter into conference play. So not a lot of time to start getting things ready. Now's the time where you really got to start fine-tuning it, putting it back together for the Indians, so that way they get ready to for conference play when it starts to count.
Well, for Dr. Brad Boggs, Raphael Henry, Cal Brown, and Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton as ICC wins the first one 2-0 and falls in the nightcap 6-5 to Snead State. We'll see you back here Monday night for basketball on the Red Channel. As we figured out, we're hosting Northwest for Alumni Night. If you're a former member of the any ICC basketball team, whether it be a manager, coach, player, we do encourage you to come out and enjoy Alumni Night there and help cheer the Indians and Lady Indians to victory on Monday night. Have a great evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.